Brahma. Okay. Very good. Doesn't have to be Brahma also. Brahma. Okay, anybody else? Yes. Loudly, come on. Now if you lift both the hands, it will be louder. Yes. Purnam. Very good. Anybody else? Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Okay, very good. Book table, some. Brahma. Give him a gift also, please. Yes. Anybody from the finance team here? What about from the audio team? Kirtan team? Pitram? Alta team? Okay, very good. Oh. All of you together. They are having real ananda because they are regularly threading flowers. And actually today in the Katha, there are a lot of beautiful aspects of Krishna being decorated with flowers. And so they're doing an amazing service. All of you take turns, huh? Book and allow few people. Okay. A lot of seva for flowers are coming along. All of us together now, the whole shloka. Are we ready? I'll tell you once. You can put it on screen for a minute. I'll tell you once, then we go to the full shloka. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa vrajaukasam yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. All of you. Okay, I'm going to tell once more, and all of you are going to tell loudly. And if everybody is loud, you can hear yourself. Don't gobble half the words and the letters, okay? Everybody loud, okay? Thank you. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa vrajaukasam yan mitra. Somebody else from here? Somebody who is new? Disqualified. Anybody else? Very good. Thank you. Anybody from here? Yan. Purnam. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Ben? Yes, Prabhu. Aho bhagyam. Try. Start again. Start again. Bhagyam. Jaukasam. Purnam. Brahma Sanatanam. Good. Thank you. Few corrections. Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Prabhu. Perfect. His voice was super class. Only one mistake. Nanda Gopa Rajaukasam. That's it. Only one mistake. Right. Yes, Prabhu. Rishi. Yan. Ah, very good. Mataji, what about you? Rishi Patni. Only Rishi could hear it. Rishi, you're going to train her today, okay? Fine. Today we are going to talk about Nagapatni, Rishi Patni, Brahmana Patni. So, fine, thank you. All of us together, ready? One last chance. Loudly get going. Yanmitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma. Perfect. Thank you very much. What's the meaning? How greatly fortunate are Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd men, and all the other inhabitants of Vrajabhumi. How greatly fortunate? How greatly fortunate. Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. Oh, what a fortune they have. Twice he's saying, Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. Nanda Gopa Vrajaukasam. Nanda as well as the other inhabitants of Vrajabhumi. Yeah? Yan Mitram. Now what happens there? There's no limit to their fortune. Because Yan Mitram, they are the friend. Krishna has become the friend. Who is Krishna? Yan Mitram, Paramanandam, because they have unlimited bliss, transcendental bliss, the source of transcendental bliss. Yan Mitram, Paramanandam, Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. He is the eternal. Purna means complete. Okay? Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Eternal is Sanatanam. Sanatana means always. He is Krishna. So how wonderful are these Vrajavasis, Nanda Maharaj, and all the inhabitants of Vraja, that they have this great association with Krishna. The gopis, all of them had the opportunity to feed Krishna. Today I'm going to tell you that story. All of them had the opportunity to play with Krishna, dress Krishna, bathe Krishna, send Krishna off to school every day. And then all of them had this great opportunity. Yashoda Maiya, Nanda Baba, every other inhabitant, all, not only them, all the plants and the trees, and that's the beauty of Vraja Bhumi. So, fortunate are the souls who have lived in Vraja, fortunate are the souls who are thinking of Vrajas while sitting in Dubai, right? So, that's the beautiful shloka. One last time, we move on to the next agenda of the program today. All of you together, loudly. Yan Mitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma. One last time, loudly. Aho Bhagyam Nanda Gopa Vrajaukasam Yan Mitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Very good. Thank you very much. Who should have got some gifts? Karnavatar Prabhu, you saw who should get some gifts? Come on, don't sleep. I want you to have some small gifts ready. Walk up here and give it to them. Or they have to walk up and get it from you. Either way. Simple gifts. You don't have to give full Bhagavad Gita and all. Just a token. That's all that's required. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for that wonderful shloka. So we move on to the next part of the program, which is lecture. So today, as Prabhu mentioned, it's our Aho Bhagyam. It's our great fortune that His Grace Srivala Prabhu today will be speaking about Krishna's Pauganda Leela. So this run up to Janmashtami, because Janmashtami is coming up very soon. In next couple of weeks, we will have Janmashtami. So the theme that we have is that every week we will hear about Krishna and his wonderful pastimes. So we heard from His Grace Hamsa Gokul Prabhu, we heard from Nandakishore Prabhu, last time Kaliya Leela. And like this, we are slowly moving towards all the different wonderful Leelas of Krishna. So today, His Grace Srivala Prabhu would be leading us with the Pauganda Leela. So Because Prabhu said Aho Bhagyam twice. So it is our great fortune that we are not going to hear one Leela, we are going to see many, many pastimes of Krishna being unfurled in front of us. So we are eagerly waiting for him. Just a brief introduction. He needs no introduction, actually. And so we need no introduction to His Grace Srivala Prabhu. He's the Yatra leader for Damodardesh, one of the most senior most devotees serving Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj for many, many years. His whole family is connected with Damodardesh and they are all serving in various different ways. What you see him on a Sunday program is just one hat that he wears. But for the ISKCON leadership, GBC, and many other wonderful initiatives, Prabhu is there in the forefront with his leadership and qualities. One of the key qualities about the devotee is that they are equally successful in material and spiritual lives. So Prabhu is very instrumental in his material life. He's a part of Emirates and he has been always serving, whether be it in the material world, in the material job, or for spiritual activities, he is always in the forefront. So it's a very great bhagyam, a fortune that we are going to hear from him. So also, I would like to introduce Her Grace Sita Charu Mataji, who have been also supporting Prabhu in a very wonderful way. Mataji will be also supporting in the lecture. So as I said, Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. So we have two times. So over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Gordon, you'll do a Jayarada Madhav. Oh, Anirudh, why didn't you sing? Yeah. No, Jayarada Madhav, no? Yes, Anirudh is come on a holiday. I thought we better catch him before he goes away. He's working right now in Seattle, so thank you.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari
Jaya Girivaradari
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari
Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Pancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we are all here for the Sunday program leading up to Janmashtami that's coming very soon. So prior to Janmashtami, we thought we will all hear some stories. We are all here to hear stories, and stories slowly mixed with some philosophy is what we're going to do here. Okay? Srimad Bhagavatam. How many of you do not have a set of Srimad Bhagavatam in your house? How many of you do not have a set of Srimad Bhagavatam? You have? Very nice. You have? Wonderful. So, those who do not have, think about how to have, plan it out. You can do it. But these stories are from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam has got 12 cantos. But all these stories are in the Dashama Skanda of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Dashama Skanda starts from the birth of Krishna, leading to his childhood pastimes called Kaumara, to his above 5 years. 0 to 5 is infancy. 5 to around 11 also is called Pauganda. That is the stage of Leelas that we are coming today. What we are doing here is we are going backwards so that we are getting ready for Lord Shri Krishna's appearance in the next 2 weeks. So today we are actually covering the Pauganda Leela, but in between there's one Leela that's playing upon both of this, and that is the beautiful Aghasura Leela. Aghasura. How many of you know who is Aghasura? How many of you have seen a beautiful photo of Aghasura? The best, the Hare Krishna's paintings Srila Prabhupada has made so wonderful that this photo itself, where are you? Vasant, Aghasura is still coming. So, Aghasura is actually the brother of Putana and Dhenukasura. Aghasura is now coming here to attack Krishna. So Aghasura's whole Leela is that, very briefly I'm touching Aghasura, it's part of the Kaishara Leela, but I'm just telling you very briefly that in Aghasura Leela, Aghasura comes, it's a huge python, 8-meter long, and he comes there, that's only his mouth, 8-meter long, and so massive. So what he does is, what a python does half the time, the python opens his mouth, and many animals just think that it is a tunnel, and they get inside that particular tunnel. And then the python, swaha. So here Aghasura thought, let me do that. So Aghasura was so huge. He opened his mouth, and he was just holding. And then, every time you go on a holiday and come back to Dubai, there's a new road that opens up. There's a new highway that opens up. And looks beautiful. What lights, what roads, what landscaping, everything done. By the time you have come back, it's all done. Buildings come up like that, right? So this road is magnificent, huge. And all these boys, the cowherd boys think, wow, that looks very nice. It looks like a big highway. So nice. It looks like a cave. They're entering inside. Lights are there. The teeth is looking like lights. They are slowly, all the boys are getting in to the mouth of Aghasura. As they get into the mouth of Aghasura, Aghasura's eyes are going like this and like that. I came not only to eat the boys, I came to eat Krishna. Where is Krishna? They're looking at, where is Krishna? In that mode, Krishna is watching the fun, saying, okay, let the boys go, let's see what happens. A little later, Aghasura is not yet closed his mouth. Krishna slowly steps in as if he's a child, as if he wants to walk and find out what's happening. He gets into the mouth of Aghasura. Aghasura thought, ha! Boom! He closes his mouth. When he closes his mouth, Krishna goes inside. It's like a big tunnel, Shindaga tunnel in those days. 1975 it started. It was the biggest of tunnel. We were all surprised under the sea. Today it's the puniest and the tiniest of bridges or tunnels. So the door closed. It's becoming dark now, but the teeth and all the other bones of Aghasura inside are shining like gems. And because Krishna is inside, from outside itself they can see a full effulgence. The whole snake is looking bright. And then the demigods are all watching. Alas, aho, aho. Not aho bhagyam. They said aho, ago. In Tamil we say ayayyo, ayayyo, right? Kya ho gaya? Okay, Satyanash ho gaya. What happened? Then Krishna goes inside. He starts to expand his own body. And as he expands, Aghasura is like crying. He doesn't know what to do. And Krishna blows out his body from inside and he comes out. Now, when Aghasura comes out, now everybody could see that Aghasura's soul also went and merged with Krishna. Okay? That's the fortune of being even a demon. But if you're fighting Krishna, if you're a demon fighting somebody else, you have no other place. But if you're a demon fighting Krishna, you're Krishna conscious, you get the benefit. So that's Aghasura. After Aghasura Vada, Krishna very casually comes out and he sits and talks. Now, the time zone is changing from his Kaishora Leela to Pauganda Leela. Now what happens, very interestingly, is in this Leela of Pauganda Leela, they all finished Aghasura, they all came, they were sitting, and they thought, let us have lunch together, Krishna. I remember very well in my childhood, when we go to school, lunch break, ting, 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 and everybody comes out with their tiffin box. The whole space is smelling of dosa and idli and chapati and God knows what all. Okay, you have all the smells and everybody shares the tiffin box. How many of you did it? You also steal from others' plates? Some other mom makes better? Huh? Always. Always you like to eat somebody else's, right? So here, they're all thinking, what can I eat? So Krishna is sitting right in between. And Krishna is the king. As he's sitting right in between, they're all going to have their lunch, right? So they just begin to open their tiffin boxes. Some did not bring tiffin box that day. They're all here herding the calves. Krishna is sitting right in between wearing pitambar vastra. And they're all seeing the beauty of Krishna. And they're all bringing their forest flowers and leaves. And, you see in the decor today, there are many leaves and forest flowers. And, they're bringing it and they're decorating Krishna. They're doing Shringa for Krishna. Krishna is sitting right in between. All these boys are sitting there. They're all opening their tiffin boxes. The aroma is coming and every one of them are feeding something to Krishna. My mouth is watering. But Krishna is also having on his left hand yogurt rice. What is it called? Kavala. Okay? So he's having yogurt rice on his left hand. On his right hand, he's having a lot of other fruit pickles. Okay? So in the childhood, when we go to my granny's place, all the cousins are assembled together. In South India, the grannies make the easiest one to make is dahi rice, tair sadam. We Brahmanas are called tair sadam. Means we only eat tair sadam. The others will, chidaw us to say, oh, he's tair sadam. Because he is tair sadam. So granny will give us tair sadam. You can't use left hand. You use tair sadam on the right hand. She makes a ball. She gives it to you. Use your thumb. Poke a small in between. And in between that, you have some small pickle, urgai, or some sambar. And then you put it in your mouth. Oh, what a taste. And by the time she's finished it, when I was in Kolkata, first time I saw, they call it fuchka. What is fuchka? You go stand there are 10 guys standing around this fellow. And he is making pani puri. He breaks it and his thumb is already gone. He breaks it and he makes fuchka. He gives it to you. And by the time you take it, put it to your mouth and you swallow, he's finished 10 people and come back to you. Granny does that. So here, Krishna is enjoying as he is beginning to eat. First they are feeding him before the others begin to eat. Suddenly Krishna notices that all the calves, have gone grazing and gone too far away. So Krishna says, hey, let me go and find out. On that day, Balram did not come along. So Krishna says, let me go and find out what's happening. You all boys, you start to eat, okay? Open your tiffin boxes, get ready. So Krishna starts to go to see where the calves are. The calves are gayab. They're all missing. The calves are not there. Then Krishna thinks, hey, right when I'm talking about food, you are bringing bhoga very close to me, and I'm smelling yogurt rice, I'm smelling all the pickles right here. A cover alone will not do. Anyway, then Krishna comes back to say, what's happening? What the calves are? Aha, it is the Leela, mischief of somebody here. Let me find out what. As he comes back to the place where they were all sitting down, Krishna sees that the boys are all missing. All the boys are missing. Krishna thought, the calves are missing. All the boys are missing. Krishna knew whose Leela it was. Krishna knew it was the Leela of Brahma. We are all from a Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. A boss, the biggest person in our Sampradaya is Brahma. But this Leela is called Brahma Vimohana Leela, where Brahma is getting flustered. Brahma does not know what is happening. Brahma thought there are so many cowherd boys. I heard of Krishna, but he hasn't seen Krishna there. So Brahma thinks, I don't know, some cowherd boy, they're all playing. Let me go and try and find out what. And he steals both the boys and the calves. Brahma has stolen them. Brahma has gone back. Krishna comes and sees, and Krishna thinks, aha, it's Brahma's Leela. Okay, let me do something very special. Now we say that the Lord is everywhere. We say that the Lord is omnipresent. Means he's present everywhere. That means, you know the story of Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, is the Lord present here? He said, yes, on the pillar. So the Lord is present everywhere, in all of you, in the mic, in the chairs, in everything. The Lord is present. So here the Lord said, let me teach Brahma a lesson. He expanded himself into the forms of all the calves and all the gopas. All the gopas were all not, we say, achhi copy in Tamil. All the gopas were not just a clone made exactly like one another. Each had a different nose, different hair, different set of eyes, all different. All of them were looking different dress, different type of horns, different type of gadgets, that the tiffin boxes were different colors. All of them, Krishna expanded into all of these forms exactly in the form in which they were in. The calves were different. The calves, some of them are white and some had patches of black, and some are pure white, some are pure black, and some are brown. All the colors that the calves were, Krishna expanded into all of them. And Krishna, when it was time to go home, all of them, almost as if they were all the original gopas and the calves, they went back home. That day, as Krishna is going back home, or all the gopas and the children are going back home, the mothers, as soon as they see Krishna is coming, they hear the calves coming, they all come outside, running outside, and they're all hugging their child. Extra special love that day. They're all hugging their children. The cows are coming out and licking their calves, and they're all playing such a wonderful Leela. And then the mothers are massaging the child's feet, bathing the child's feet, bathing the child, dressing up the child. The love and affection that they have for their own children have gone 100,000 times, merely because they are directly doing seva to Krishna. It is their own children, looks like their own children, but in actuality, all of them are Krishna, right? So they were all serving like this. That day when this happened, Balram was not there. One day, Balram goes along with Krishna, and he sees that all the men have taken the cows for grazing, and all the calves are being grazed by all these Krishna gopas. And Balaram sees that suddenly when the cows saw the calves from the top of a hill, they are running down, because like how the mothers were attracted to their babies who were all Krishna, the cows started to run down. Shloka of Ahobhagyam comes from there. When Brahma sees, Brahma says, oh, what a foolish man I was. I did not understand who is Krishna. And then Brahma says, I think I'm very knowledgeable. I've given all these scriptures. But he says, do not forget about Gyan. Forget about Gyan. Bhakti is ultimate. Those devotees who serve Krishna, like the gopis serve, they are the ultimate. That's why this Ahobhagyam shloka is coming. This particular chapter is just simply beautiful. Then Brahma is describing the beauty, the glories of Krishna. And he describes all the lessons he learns about from Krishna. Then Krishna finally brings all the calves back. Brahma did not have to go and bring also. Krishna brought all the calves back, all the boys back, and all the boys came there. And the best thing is, hey Krishna, where did you go? We didn't see you at all. We are very, very hungry. We just started eating. And we stopped. Where did you go? We were searching for you, Krishna. Who was lost here? The boys and the calves. But the boys are thinking, hey, what's the matter? Krishna, where did you go? They just thought it was a very short time. Yugayitam nimishena chakshusha pravrishyayitam shunyayitam idam sarve govinda virahenme. Yugayitam nimishena. That is, when the gopis and devotees are, do not get an opportunity to see Krishna, it looks like a full yuga. But here the gopas and the calves are thinking that it is just 1 second, though they were away for 1 full year. See, that's the paradox of the Lord. The Lord can do both ways. It look like it's too long that I haven't met somebody, or it's, oh, I just met you now. I just started eating. Where are you missing? And now Krishna comes, and as if nothing ever happened, they started to eat. They started to eat. Now Krishna says, come on, let us all sit and let's all eat together. Then Brahma does all his prayers and Brahma falls at his feet. I'm not going into Brahma Vimohana Leela. Beautiful. Every shloka is wonderful. There's no time. And therefore, this is only an appetite I'm giving you. You have to have Srimad Bhagavatam. Go into Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapters 14 and 15, and a homework. Chapter 15 is so wonderful with so many shlokas. Do not miss those. Read them. We have to be meditating on all these Krishna Leelas. Now, Krishna comes, and then what happens at this particular stage? Krishna comes and he then, he went back home, he comes back home, and there's a full description of Vrindavan. There's the description of how beautiful Vrindavan is. As they walk, all the trees are looking like bending down. Krishna is actually pulling the leg of Balram. Hey, Balram, see. All these trees are bending down to do namaskar to you. See, this is happening. See, that is happening. So, now, today I was chanting and going on a chanting walk. And I had on one more bag of a bag that I had. So, when I was walking, I was saying, let me pluck with my left hand alone all the flowers. So I was plucking all the flowers from the left hand. It looked like every tree was saying, me too. So I went along plucking champa flowers from around 100 trees. I went and picked something green, brown, everything that I picked. You see a sample of many of these things that are here. I thought every Sunday I should do chanting walk, plucking flowers. There's plenty available. I live in a community called Green Community. It's so green, so beautiful, so many flowers. It is really amazing like that. All these trees, are begging to be serving Krishna and Balaram. The beauty of Vrindavan is being described. As that is being described, there's a demon called the Dhenukasura. Now, Dhenukasura, the very powerful ass demon. This demon, again, is somebody sent by Kamsa to kill Krishna. All the children, where we used to sing one song. What is that? Kamsa was an evil, evil king, and an evil, evil king was he. And he called for his demons, and he called for his friends, and he called for the demons to kill Krishna. Could he? Something like that. Then the description of Bakasura, Pralambasura, all the asuras are coming there. Now this ass demon, Dhenukasura, is there. Now this Dhenukasura is coming along, and actually all of them are saying, hey, we are in Talavana, and in this Talavan, there are a lot of beautiful fruits, but there is one demon called Dhenukasura. He doesn't allow anybody to go there. They are inciting Balram. So first Balram goes. Okay, I will go. So Balram goes in first. As Balram goes, the Dhenukasura comes. Balram goes, shakes these trees. I think these are the Tala tree, is the palm tree. Okay, this is the best of the tree. They say in South India, if you plant this tree, only your grandchild will bear the fruit. It takes 20 to 25 years. And that tree is good for everything. We call in Tamil nongu. It's very beautiful, not extremely sweet, but it's very nice. Every aspect of this tree can be used. The leaves are used in construction. The bark of the tree, the central piece, is used for pillars or whatever. It's a wonderful tree. It's an asset. And we are forgetting these days because it takes 25 years. So Balram goes and he says, he catches hold of this tree and he's shaking the tree like this and like that. And all the fruits are falling down. And when that sound is heard by Dhenukasura, he says, who dares come in here? Dhenukasura comes out. And Dhenukasura comes and with his hind legs is trying to fight. He kicks Balaram with his legs. And Balaram gets hit. He gets shocked like this for a minute. Then the next time that Dhenukasura comes, Balaram holds, you have the photo? Balaram holds the hind legs of Dhenukasura and he does like this and he throws it up. Imagine, I told you the palm tree is as big as this ceiling. He throws it up right on top of the palm tree. The weight of this Dhenukasura, that palm tree is falling on another tree, and one after another, tree after tree, they're falling down. Dhenukasura gets up, and then he's wondering what to do. There's a fight happening, and then Krishna and all the others come because all the other donkeys come through also. The one CJP party, one donkey does something wrong. All the other donkeys come together, right? So like that, one donkey does something wrong. All the donkeys came. Then, out of nowhere, Krishna, Balaram was already there. All the other Gopas came. They also fought, and all these donkeys were fallen flat amongst all the beautiful fruits of the thing. Then they again went back home. Okay, today kaam ho gaya. In the future, we can go and eat from the Talavan. So, another story of the Paugonda Leela. Then there's a beautiful story that Nanda Kishore told in such a nice way last week of the Kaliya Mardana. Because every time they go to sit and do something, there's some demon who comes. So I'm not going to touch on the Kaliya Mardana at all. So Krishna covered the Kaliya story. Then there's a history of Kaliya and Srimad Bhagavatam. And then is a nice, interesting story of Pralamba. Pralambasura. One more. Pralamba comes as Krishna and Balarama and all the Gopas are walking along. Pralamba also comes along. And Pralamba also moves along. He's disguising himself as one of the Gopas, trying to play with Krishna. And he comes and he tries to fight. And as Pralamba suddenly, lifts Balarama, lifts Krishna, and he becomes so very big, then he's getting beaten a little. And then there's a war happening between Pralamba. The Gopala Champu states in a very beautiful way. Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't cover those elements. Gopala Champu says this Pralamba is so powerful that he lifted the whole Govardhan hill and he threw it on Krishna. Krishna caught the Govardhan hill and threw it back on Pralamba's head. Pralamba caught the Govardhan hill again and he threw it back to Krishna. Now Krishna kicked Pralamba and he threw Govardhan that sat back in its original place. The Govardhan hill sat back in its original place. So there are these beautiful stories of Dhenukasura. There's a story of Pralamba and what happens. And then there's a beautiful description of how is the rainy season and the autumn in Vrindavan. Then comes to the very beautiful pastimes of what? The gopis glorifying the song of the flute. It's called the Venu Gita. For that, now the ladies section, I'm going to call my wife to come and speak about Venu. I've given you the right time. I finished on time. Yes? On the dot? I wanted to cover a lot of shlokas. Whenever I prepare very much, I fumble. When I don't prepare, I gamble. Gita Charu, she's going to tell us the story of Venu Gita. She's going to also tell you, Prasadam has not come, right, Prabhu? We are not delayed. Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah. Hey, go wasting.
Hare Krishna. So thank you. viewers and today's audience. Please bless me. Pray for me that I'll be able to relate some stories from the Pauganda Leela. This is my first initial attempt to address a Sunday program, although I've been addressing many sessions. So I'm just contemplating whether I should do something, just a story or a story kirtan. What is. Okay. I think my group is already ready to look like that. So let us start with a kirtan type, and I will include a story where today's story, since Srivala Prabhu, my good husband, has empowered me, it's going to be an empowering session where the ladies of Vrindavan glorified Sri Krishna. So, in a very short way, I'll be covering the Venu Geetam by the gopis who glorified Krishna's beauty along with the nature. Then I'll be speaking on how Krishna performed a beautiful leela of stealing the dresses of the gopis, Gopika Vastraharanam, and how the Brahmana wives glorified Sri Krishna. So these are the leelas that were also performed by Sri Krishna and along with his brother Balaram during this Pauganda age. It seems like Krishna was very young, as old as just 10 years, but because of their stature, they were always looking very matured, and their activities and the way they were speaking were looking like a very matured men. So let us engage our thoughts into a deeper meditation by chanting the name of Krishna and hearing some Krishna Katha. Everybody's ready? Hey Gopal, Hey Gopal, Gopal Nand Lal, Gopal Nand Lal, Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal,
Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal.
Hey Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal.
Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal.
Everybody needs to clap. Hey Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal, Hey Gopal Nand Lal.
Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal, Hey Gopal Nandalal.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nand Lal, Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nand Lal.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal, Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nand Lal, Govinda Govinda Gopal Nand Lal.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal, Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal.
Who does not get attracted to Krishna? It could include a great acharya like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who sang this beautiful verse called Vibhavari Sesha, Samasta Guna Ghana Dham. Krishna was in that Goloka Dham with all the best of the qualities that he can possess. And he was exhibiting such divine leelas that it just enlightened, gave so much of happiness to all the people in Vrajadham. So we are going to that particular dham, which is Samasta Guna Dhama. Not only he attracted such great acharyas, even common men like us, even the smallest child in our congregation who's just clapping his hands the minute he heard the name of Krishna. Get in that mood. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal.
Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal.
Hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal.
So when we address God, it is being said in our Bhagavatam and many scriptures, Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stuvanti Divyaihi Stavaihi Vedahai Sanga Padakrama Upanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidu Surasura Gana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. All glories to that Supreme Lord Narayana, and how he is glorified in the spiritual world. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha. All the devatas, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, glorifying the Supreme Lord in Sama Vedas. Gayantiyam Samagaha. And all the munis and rishis are in deep meditation. Whether they understood who the Supreme Lord is, they do not know. They were fixing their mind. They were in complete trance. But his limit could never be found even by the Devata or the demon, nevertheless. All glories to the Supreme Lord. How can we understand his glories? The best way to understand his glories, Krishna is teaching. You want to understand who am I? Let me perform some leelas that is so energizing, entertaining, and enthusiastic. Let your minds be relieved from all the doubts. You think I only kill the demons like this Pralambasura, Agasura, Dhenukasura? Is that only my job? No. Playfully he does so many leelas. I'm sure all of us have done so many playful activities when we were young, just to give us some pleasure. You know, just like blowing or when the fan is running, or just scribbling a coin below the paper. So many childish proclivities we've done, but for what? But Krishna, through his leela, playfully he gives the philosophy of life. And so happened after Pralambasura, Krishna was just a beautiful autumn. And it was so big. It was just the rainy season that came. The sky was clear. The water was so beautiful. The rivers were flowing in fullest. The sun was shining so brightly. The animals, the birds, the cuckoo birds were just giving so many varieties of music. We have cuckoo birds in our homes that just come. And I was telling every time, depending on the mood of the cuckoo bird, sometimes when it sees the cat, it screeches in a different way. Sometimes in the night, it gives a different noise. Sometimes in a happy mode, coo, 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 like the cuckoo bird does. And I've seen the same bird giving so many varieties of music or noises. And just what happens when Krishna Balaram is just going to be entering the forest, that time these birds were cooing, the peacocks were dancing, the trees were shedding so many flowers and fruits, and everything was so jubilant, so glorifying, and just remembering Krishna They were Achintya Rupa. They were not moving, but they were just in deep meditation, chanting their names. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal. Only when you sing loudly the names of Krishna you can get that meditation. Hey Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal. So the rainy season just ended, the autumn entered, and everything looked so fresh. Imagine the rainy season caused so much of muddiness, dirtiness. That is what Shukadev Goswami is trying to bring. That our mind, when we are deep in consciousness with Krishna, when our mind has to be meditating on Krishna, it should just be like that rain to wash away all our kama, lobha, mada, mascharya. All that has to be washed away, and the shine, the brilliant shine of Krishna should be shining in our hearts. Yaha Krishna, na thaya maya andakara. There is no job for Maya, who is representative of illusion, when Krishna is shining in our hearts. And therefore, the autumn season came in, and the whole nature looks so beautiful. You have to be in Vrajadam, Tadhama Vrindavanam. So Krishna performs, and Balaram performs such beautiful activities which Shukadev Goswami is describing. Kritavan kila karmani saharamena keshava ati martyani bhagavan gudaha kapata manushaha. He was just, Krishna and Balaram came like young boys, like these boys who were sitting. And they were doing so many naughty activities, not only just stealing butter, but today they were doing so many lovely activities that they stole the hearts of the gopis also there. So they entered the forest. They took, Krishna was in a mood. The climate is perfect. The atmosphere is perfect. And let us enter into the forest of Vrindavana along with his brother Balaram. So Krishna took his Venu, and this chapter is specifically called Venu Geetam. So he's blowing the beautiful Venu. And you know that he has three types of flutes: Venu, Murli, and Vamshi. And depending on his mood and the mood of the nature, Krishna uses his flute accordingly. So taking his Venu, he started to blow. And in Tamil, there's a beautiful song. Katrinile varungi. So like this, when Krishna started to blow the Venu, the beautiful raga filled the ears of the gopis who were in their homes. And remembering, immediately they got into the deep meditation and they started to chant, Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal, Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal, hey Gopal Nandalal. Staying in their homes, they started to meditate on this Lala and his brother Dauji Bhaiya. And they entered the forest blowing the beautiful Venu. Immediately, all the gopis started to meditate and they remembered, they could envisage what is happening there in Vrindavan. Staying their homes, they started to admire the beauty of the Lord. Barha Pidam, it is in this verse. chapter 21, verse number 5, I suppose, in Canto 10. Barhapidam Natavaravapuhu Karnayoho Karnikaram Bibratvasaha Kanakakapisham Vaijayantim Chamalam Randram Venoho Adarasudaya Apurayan Gopa Vrindaihi Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishat Gita Kirtihi. If that verse can be, it's 10, 21, and 5. It was all the beauty, the description of how Krishna and Balaram looked. They were using their flute and they were dancing in a natavara, in a dancing form. Every step was going Krishna, 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 Hey Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. So when every step Krishna was keeping in the forest along with his Balaram, the gopis were envisaging, oh, look at that flute. I'm jealous of that flute. The forefathers have made so much of punya. That is why Krishna is holding the flute always in his lips, which is meant for us. Those lips are meant for us. Look at that Yamuna river. She's just twirling and going and offering lotus flowers to the Krishna's lotus feet. Look at that birds. They are looking like rishis in deep meditation. Look at that peacocks. They're dancing up in the sky. And look at this Govardhan Giridhari. Though he's said to be non-moving, he seems to be moving here and there, dancing to the beautiful footsteps of Krishna's dance. So they were all glorifying and just dancing. And all the devatas from the spiritual world, their bells were loosening up. All the demigods, along with their husbands, are looking. And they're watching how Krishna was beautifully playing the flute. And they all became into a transcendental meditation, chanting the name of God. And that was what was happening in Vrindavan. And this was envisaged by the gopis staying in their homes. How everything looks so beautiful. How the nature is looking beautiful. How beautifully Krishna is just engaging the entire, whether moving or non-moving. They're all seeming. It looked like the mountains were moving. It was looking the birds were staying like mountains. So it was such a beautiful, imaginative thing just by listening the Venu Geetam of Krishna. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala Nandalal. Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal. Hey Gopal Nandalal. So as they were meditating, the gopis decided to do a vrata. It was Margasirish month. And they started to perform the Katyayani vratam. And they prayed, Katyayani Mahamai, Mahayoginyadishwari, Nanda Gopasutam Devi, Patimme Kurute Namaha. Let this Nanda Gopa be my husband. Hey Katyayani, hey Durga Mata, please give this Krishna as our husband. And therefore Krishna decided, oh, you want me to be your husband? Okay, I'll satisfy all of your minds. And therefore he performed such a beautiful leela of Gopika Vastra Haran. But we have to understand the intent behind this Vastra Haran is that Krishna wants to remove the ego when we are following the process of bhakti. There should not be any kalmasham, any contamination of ego. And Krishna wanted to show complete surrender. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami ma suchaha. I will protect you, don't worry. This Vastra Apaharan is the Leela which should not be. It's very esoteric, no doubt. But it has to be properly understood. Saying that this Vastra that we are wearing is just an external covering of just showing. It should not be a showbiz, bhakti. But through this Leela, Krishna proved, the gopis proved that when we surrender to Krishna, we have to shove away all this dress of kama, yoga, lobha, mada, mascharya, ego, pride. All this has to go. That's how Krishna performed this Leela. When the gopis finished the vrata, they went to dip in the water and they were not wearing dress. So Krishna just slightly took away their dress and hid it up in the tree. And when the gopis said, Krishna, give back, he said, did you all pray that I should be a husband? And the demigods are going to be angry because you just entered the river without any clothes. This is not appropriate. So come, just surrender unto me and I'll give back the clothes. And initially, though, there was some hesitation. So therefore, this is the mood that we have to understand while we are surrendering to Krishna. There should not be any speculation. We have to know that Vasudevaha Sarvamiti, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So to make us understand how the position of God is, we can leave everything away. And just when Krishna instructs us, just surrender unto me, we have to follow with proper direction, with the proper association to understand that this is the Lord whom we have to surrender without any speculation. The gopis just came out of the water, they surrendered and they bowed out to Krishna. And Krishna was so happy that he was having unlimited happiness and he returned back the clothes. This was the Leela of how Krishna stole the clothes, and having taken these clothes back, the gopis were so happy that they were feeling they were unitedly connected to Krishna as their own husband. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala Nandalal, Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal, Gopal Nandalal. Another time Krishna encouraged the women, Brahmana women, to show everybody how the women are very good in Krishna Bhakti. Women can clap for themselves. For any time bhakti, without any second thoughts, women immediately surrender. Only the men have a very analytical thought. We are very straightforward. It is said, no speculation, and we surrender to. That's why in every satsanga, we always see the women are more than the men. The women pray more than the men. That's what happens. And this what happens. The women know, like how Mahaprabhu says, Ashlishya va pada ratam pinastu mam adarshanam marma hatam karotu va yata tatava vidatatu lampato mat prananatastu saevana paraha. We women know this, but we never learnt anything. But by the practice of our ancestors, we got it in our heart. Though Krishna, you handle me roughly with toughness, I don't care. I just want to surrender to you, Krishna. This is the mood of how Mahaprabhu wants to bring it to us. So with that mood, we should just pray how the Brahmana wives surrender to Krishna. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala Nandalal, Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. So once Krishna was so hungry, Krishna and Balaram, after so many activities, कितना काम करते हैं हम लोग? प्रलंबासुरा को वध करना है, अगासुरा को करना है, in between stealing the gopis' dresses, then playing the fool, they all became so hungry. So Krishna said, hey boys, go ask the Brahmanas, they're performing some yajna there. Go ask them for food. Go ask the ladies. And the boys went to the Brahmanas and they were all chanting, Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha. Prabhuji, Guruji, please give some food for Krishna and Balaram. They are hungry. Even we are hungry. Om Swaha, go away. These Smarta Brahmanas, no? We are all Smarta Brahmanas, by the way. They don't know anything about Krishna Bhakti. They only know Vedas. Shodashaka Upacharam. Only doing Sandhya Vandanam 3 times. But Krishna has said, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha Vedaishcha sarvair aham veva vedyo Vedanta krit veda videva chaham. I am the author of the Vedas. I am the knower of the Vedas. And all the Vedas says that the conclusion is surrender unto me. So having not known this basic truth, the Brahmanas were just engaged in the seva. But immediately after Krishna Balram saying, go ask the Brahmana wives. So in Tamil we call all the Brahmana wives, Mami, Mami, konja saapad kudungale adanu. Mata, thoda khane ke liye dijiye na mata. So immediately all the mothers, all the Brahmana wives immediately filled the pots with all the food stuff that they made. All poli, vadai, idli, sambar, because Martha Brahmanas, no, we only know South Indian cooking. So therefore everything was filled, payasam. Maybe next week you will be getting all the South Indian specialities. And somebody is already saying, even I am hungry now, can I get? You please pray and chant, you will get it. So therefore, having filled, the ladies went, Brahmana wives took, and everything to Krishna Balram, and they got the darshan of Krishna Balram, and that is a beautiful shloka that has been described. They saw Krishna in a bluish complexion, wearing pitambara, wearing his peacock feather, and just having his hand on Balaram. Balaram with a white feather, with a blue dress, looking so beautifully and eating the vada and the paisam and the chakra pongal and dahi anna. That is the most speciality. And everything, and the ladies got this darshan, and they were glorifying, and they started to dance in a transcendental mode. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala Nandalal, Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal. Madhyaji mam namaskuru, mame vaishyasi satyam te, pratijane priyosi me. To Krishna and chant his holy names, and Krishna will take care of everything. So this was the Pauganda Leela. Time is very short.
The girl. But it so happened that she's so beautiful, so I'm still happy. But the point here is, this style of Katha Kalaksheba, where you sing and you speak, is a very traditional style. I have not yet learned it. I learned from her. But I just wanted to, the same story, just wanted to say a couple of things. The Pauganda Leela has got more stories. And the most important story out of that is the Govardhana mountain, Krishna lifting Govardhan hill. And then Indra coming and surrendering. And then Indra doing, Govinda Pattabhisheka. All that we reserve for Kartik month when we have Govardhan Puja here. However, she was talking about the Brahmanas saying, what am I doing? Our wives were so innocent. They didn't know all these mantras, but they were the super intelligent ones. They knew who Krishna was. What am I doing? Why am I doing? And this is the shloka, the beautiful shloka that says, Dig Janma. Dig means to hell. To hell with my Janma. I'm born a Brahmana. To hell with my Brahmana. Dig Janma. Nastri Vrudha. Yat Tad. Dig Vratam. Dig Bahu Yajnatam. All the capacities of doing yajna. To hell with all of that. Dik Kulam. What Kula I'm born. Forget it. Dik Kriya. Whatever activities I do. Forget about all that. Dakshyam. Vimuko. Ye. Tvadokshaje. It says, the meaning is this. The Brahmana said, to hell with our threefold birth. Our vow of celibacy. Our extensive learning. To hell with our aristocratic background. And our expertise in the rituals of sacrifice. They are all condemned because we were inimical to the transcendental personality of Godhead. So, if you know everything, you may be a Brahmana, you may be whatever, but if you do not know that out of all the scriptures, you have to understand who Krishna is. If you do not come to that conclusion, everything that we have learned is a big zero. So, all the Vedas, all the learnings of the Vedas, all the learnings of the Panditas, all the other Upacharas, everything that you know are big zeros. Your education, PhD, whatever it may be, big zero. Unless you have one in front of all, and that is Ekam Shastram, Devaki Putra Geetam, Eko Devo, Devaki Putra Eva, Eko Mantraha, Tasya Namanyani, karma apyekam tasya devasya seva. And that also is a closure of our program. We close with this mantra. So we continue to have some more leelas in the next week. Next week, we will be fortunate to have with us His Holiness Bhakti Vignavinash Narsingha Swami Maharaj, who will address the congregation here. The following week, UAE National Day. UAE has given a holiday for Balram Appearance Day. Jai Ho. 28th of August is a public holiday. It was supposed to be the 24th. It suddenly shifted because I sent a message to Sheikh Mohammed. It is Balram Appearance Day. He shifted the whole holiday to Balram Appearance Day. I hope nobody recorded what I said, okay? So it shifted to Balram Appearance Day on the 28th. 28th is a Friday. So we will have 28th program here uniquely. In addition to the Sunday program, we will have the 28th program also here in the evening. It won't be in the morning, being a working day. Oh, it's off day. So what's the time we are having that day? Oh, he's going to tell you what's going to happen there. I don't want to tell you right now. Only if you come next week, you'll know what's happening on the 28th. Okay. So before we close, also thank you all for being here. Those who would like to contribute to a Bhakti Fund for all our programs, please reach out to our treasurers. Also today's is Anupama Mataji's birthday. This Anupama, some other Anupama?
We have multiple birthdays.
Okay, you have some more. Also Anupama Mataji's birthday. Why you are saying it? We should only Prasanna Mataji's birthday. It cannot be Anupama Mataji's birthday? Okay. And Hari Charan Prabhu's birthday, it was a few days ago. Go ahead. I beat the
Yes.
announcement.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
They gave it to me.
Yeah. Big Hari Bol for Prabhuji and Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So, we are almost reaching to the conclusion of the program. First and foremost, we would like to thank everybody who came in large numbers today. Thank you very much. So, we are having a very unique start of an initiative which Prabhu already started announcing to others. That is, every Sunday, we will ensure that those who are part of our congregation, those who are part of the Bhakti Viksha leaders and their congregation members, those who have their birthdays, we will do a special archana by our Pujari team after the Aarti. So this month we have on 14th of August, it was my good wife, Her Grace Vaishnavi Haripriya's birthday. And on 15th of August, we had Anuradha Vrajagopi Mataji, her birthday. And we had Haricharan Prabhu on 12th of August. And today is the birthday of Prasanna Lakshmi Mataji. So we have some gifts. So we want Prabhu to give these gifts to all the birthday Matajis and Prabhus. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Charan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So today, before we move towards the Aarti, which will be sung by Sneha Mataji, I request her to please take the stage to sing. Her Grace Sneha Mataji. Govardhan would sing? Okay. The final Aarti. So please take the center stage. So today's Prashadam. And as soon as Prabhu mentioned, today is actually Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. The lecture was Aho Bhagyam, more fortunate. Today Prashadam, His Grace Hamsa Gokul Prabhu and Bhakti Viksha team have also made the Prashadam today. So we thank them. Also Punit Prabhu had sponsored on his daughter's birthday Gulab Jamuns for all of you. Dhanishta Mataji as well has sponsored the Prashadam, so we thank them. So the reason I am saying all this is, please don't leave immediately. The sweets will come in the end.
I also want to request every one of you to chant for the health of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. And I know that some time ago we had Bhakti Anugraha Swami Maharaj who was unwell, but he is way better recuperating. His Holiness Romapad Swami was also unwell. He's also back home. But I sincerely seek prayers for His Holiness Japataka Swami Maharaj. Can we all chant Hare Krishna, please? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today we also lost the father, the 93-year-old father of Chaitanya Gunakan Prabhu in Mumbai. He just traveled to be there. His name I know is Chale Achari, so I'm sure his father's name is Mr. Achari. Esaki Angappan Achari. So Chaitanya Gunakan, one of our long-term, one of the early, maybe more senior to most of you who are here, and Meda Janvi Mataji, who's generally organizing. Chaitanya Gunakan's father just passed away this morning. He had gone this morning to ISKCON Mira Road, got full blessing, garland, and then he came home and his father passed away. So his father was very, very ill, 93-year-old. Thank you very much. Thank you for your praise. Let's chant one more Hare Krishna, please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we request the birthday devotees to. Yes, I would like to also ask any anniversaries or anybody else who has a birthday whom we are not in the database. There goes a small girl. What's her name? Please come ahead. Please come forward. What's your name? Neha Mataji, please come ahead. What is your birthday? Please come ahead. You can be also along with the team offering the arti to their lordships. So let's chant for these two wonderful devotees as well. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So now we will proceed towards Aarti. I request everybody to stand up, participate, dance, and involve in the Aarti. Govardhan Prabhu, over to you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
गाइए, everyone sing very loudly.
Krishna Krishna
सभी गाइए, हरि का नाम लीजिए. सभी गाइए, प्लीज सिंग वेरी लाउडली, हरि बोल। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Nitya Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaur Hari Bol. Shri Nam Sankirtan ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya. Everybody please sit down. Prahlada Daine, Prahlada शिला टंका न खालाए
शीला तन्हा न खालाए
तो नरसिम्हा पर तो नरसिम्हा
ईतो नरसिम्हा परतो नरसिम्हा
तो नरसिम्हा पर तो नरसिम्हा
ईतो नरसिम्हा परतो नरसिम्हा
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिम्हा
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिम्हा
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिम्हा
तो यतो यामि ततो नरसिम्हा
बाहे नरसिम्हा हृदये नरसिम्हा
बाहे नरसिम्हा हृदये नरसिम्हा
बाहे नरसिम्हा हृदये नरसिम्हा
बाहे नरसिम्हा हृदये नरसिम्हा
नरसिम्हा मदें शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिम्हा मदें शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिम्हा मदें शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
तव कर कमलवरे नाथम् अद्भुत शृंग दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुबेङ्गा केशवदृष्टा नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
नवकर कमलवरे नाथा अद्भुत शृंगा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुवेगा केशवदृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंह
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गौर हरि बोल
श्री श्री भक्ति विनाशक नरसिंह देव भगवान की
जय
भक्त शिरोमणि